The fog is back. We're in for a treat. Every time the fog rolls around, there's always something that massively shifts. Some of us that have been on the journey the last month or so have realized this. Total timeline collapse. And the truth above all. Where we're headed, we had cords, energetic cords and ties to things that weren't even real. And they all needed to be severed and cleared and removed and cauterized. And this is a very deep lesson today because it is the truth above all. The live stream camera glitched before I went live. I had to reset everything, so we know this is a powerful moment. When I came out here and I see the fog rolling in again, I know that we're in for a big shift. So grateful for everyone that is coming on the live chat today. Lot to talk about. Those that woke up, you've seen a lot of posts on Facebook of what's been happening right overnight. You saw those posts. You see what's going on. We keep it bright here, light and bright here. But you see what's happening, and so the reckoning has to occur, right? And if you missed yesterday's, right, if you're new to the channel, you watch them in order, or when you comes to you in divine timing, the reckoning must happen. It's not a bad thing, because all of the fake, all of the illusion must come down. The way that it comes down, the way that we disconnect from it, because there will come a quantum shift moment. So I'm discussing the timeline collapse. So there comes a moment in your timeline shift when you realize, as the observer, which is going to be part of today's lesson. So anyone across the world that is focused today, you say, you know what, I want to actually change my life. This is actually the message for you, because we're going to have a lot of examples, a lot of evidence in this talk today that's going to help you become the creator being, the conscious observer being that actually is going to live their life, and not a life that other people tried to trick you into living. Did you know that this was the way of the world? You were tricked into creating a life, maybe for people on TV or other sources, or maybe people inside your life, right? And through the tricking, your attention, all of a sudden you were creating a totally different world. And now it's time to take it back. You already took it back, because the quantum shift is instant. And I've done that video before if you haven't seen it. It's instant. So it's very powerful talk today. I'm very grateful if you could click the like button in the now moment. We're live. It allows others to get this video today, change their life. The timeline collapse, and in order to move forward, there are certain things in our life that maybe, were routines and rituals. You had fond memories of this, but it was just maybe not real. The subconscious is cleared, and all cords running in the background. So we could have energetic ties and cords. Some people are familiar with loosh. Is loosh chipper in the chat today? We got to start chipping away that loosh. So these energetic cords, they need to be chipped away. You might have a energetic cord to a limiting belief, to a system that you worked for, to a person that's actually not a good person. They might be a knock. So all of the cords that are running in the background, cords that the shift that occurs that we discussed in the previous lesson. Hope is cool, bro. It's cool for a little bit, but eventually, listen carefully, hope becomes the poison. So all of those chords, all of these things that you thought in your head, you know, and there are empaths in this world. There are beautiful people in this world that are actually tricked. And that's why you want to be the warrior empath. You want to be the light warrior at this time, not just a light worker. You need to be a light warrior. People are writing that in the comments today. Not just a light worker, a light warrior at this time, because it's about self-respect. As the timeline collapses, the truth above all, the main teaching point in today's lesson is on karma. And you don't, especially if you are in the Western society, and I'm going to break this down like never before. You might never, you know, heard this breakdown before because you were not given the right information, or according to people, right, in an egoic Western society, you don't understand what karma is, kid. So I'm gonna teach you today. Celestial Gatekeeper, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. Forward always, Mike. Thanks so much for being you. Thank you for being here, and I'm very grateful for the super chat. It's time to open those gates today. In the fog, we're in the fog. We can feel it. Okay. Karma is a completely neutral law of energy, equivalent to Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, karma expands this concept to thoughts, intentions, right? What is your intention? Like some people, right? You think that they're right a certain way, but they might not be. Or maybe you think that they're bad, but they actually have beautiful intentions for you. So that's why you have to understand why all these things that are going on right now. You can't see it from the physical 3D lens. That's the world famous video that's exploding on YouTube right now. Check it out if you haven't seen it. You have to go above the only point of the consciousness scale that actually matters, because everything, your peace, love, people that are empathic, those two that are at the top of the scale but still aren't at the truth. Let me say it again. Peace, love, that still aren't at the truth. You, that is a beautiful person, those two concepts might be used to trick you. Right? You heard the bird. The birds are back. Right? So that's why, so we're going to focus on this right now. Karma is a completely neutral law of energy. Completely neutral. This is known in Eastern philosophies. However, it is misunderstood in the modern Western world. Do you understand about the modern Western world? We spoke a lot about the modern society. Do you know about it? So because people, they don't actually have their intentions that are actually, out of love, out of peace. These, they think that karma just means bad because maybe that's the way that they're wired in their subconscious. Oh, I never knew this about karma. So this is a completely neutral law of energy. It's neutral, actually. And if you are putting out beautiful karma is coming back. But in order for that to come to us, because the universe, the laws of the universe, free will, you still might have a pie in the sky. You think you have this hope. You want to be such a good person, man or woman. Right? Are these people going to change? Or this person is special? Or this system? Or this or this club? Or whatever it is. This is why, as I shared, and this is the intensity of the now moment, it is about the I am presence. Don't throw stones inside the glass houses. Absolutely, Sean. This is about the I am presence. And as I shared in yesterday's lesson, anyone, prove it. Prove it with actions and deeds. Remember the Hopi prophecy? A lot of people resonated with my video on the Hopi prophecy out on the beach. No, actions and deeds, not casting spells, not words, actions and deeds. Write it down, actions and deeds. content of character. These are the things that we have to move forward with. So a timeline collapses in the truth above all. It's very difficult. The truth is we all get a bit of truth in our lives, regardless of who we are. It's very difficult because we were operating off a timeline. So what is we were operating on a timeline where for a period of time you thought that this was the truth, and then you realize that it's actually not the truth, and then the timeline totally collapses. So this could happen for your personal everyday life. And when we look on the main stage, right, we're seeing this for the collective. So the collective timeline is collapsing along with yours personally. In your personal life, you might have certain things that pop up in your experience, which we're going to talk about today. Your experience is there specifically, and we're going to understand the fundamentals of this experience that we're all having. Like when I'm out here, right, and a lot of people are realizing this, the timelines are not, hocus pocus stuff. This is actually happening because once you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, and you let go of the concept, you thought that this was a physical reality. It's actually a broadcasted frequency from you. And sometimes, we're broadcasting a frequency because, through certain things that confuse us when it comes to peace and love, but they were just illusions. Anything below that truth, that line, that Christed line on that chart that I did there, right? Anything anything in the world, it's got to come from within. It has to come from this source. And I'm going to be explaining the fundamental operating instructions today for your reality. Timelines, reality shifts, all these other things, they're not just pie in the sky. They're actually happening right now. Are you? So we're going to stop a minute. I always think, there are certain things in life. There are certain things in life that it makes it like pop out to you that this is a quantum reality. It's not a solid reality. Are you witnessing character changes in your life? Meaning people absolutely fell off your timeline. Brand new people popped up out of nowhere, and now they're part of your, like we're in the next season, right? And then there could be people that, they're actually very loving and they weren't, maybe a couple months ago. Any one of these things, you could write it in the live chat or on the replay so other people will see this. So, when you start to see character changes and now all of a sudden people fall off the timeline, like, and it's all around the same time in a day. And everything in your life could get very quiet all of a sudden, very quiet. Be quiet. Listen. It gets really quiet. And then all of a sudden, all these people start popping up. Where do these people come from? Where do these people come from? So anyone that, is experiencing that, you leave a comment about it. When you now realize that you are the creator being, when you realize that you've already collapsed the timeline and now you're moving forward because you can't live with fake people, things, and situations anymore. There's an internal shift, right? Let's say it again. When the timeline collapses, listen carefully to this message. And there's going to be people that are going to be writing about it in the comments. Okay? At that moment, the timeline collapses. You understand your worth. You understand where you're headed. You cannot live a life with fake people, things, and situations. And at that moment, And moving forward, you are not looking for signs or doing rituals. Oh, I wish for this or that. No. You're not even looking for any signs. There's no sign. I'm looking for this sign, this number. Listen carefully. You're not looking for signs no more. You don't have to do. Yeah, and there's nothing that matters anymore. There is only I am embodiment at that place, at that time. You know that the timeline has collapsed. At that time, all of the cords running in the background to that false timeline, the fake people, the fake situations, right? Lacey, there's certain people that can't be around the fake. Anyone that wants to comment along, all right? Archie writes, feel it through the heart. You got to feel this stuff through the heart. And that's why, that's a soul. That's the soul's essence. Not operating like a robot. Got to feel, right? Got to feel. And, we see this in the world. We're not doing a robotic. We have to have the feelings. We have to have the heart, and getting into alignment. And we don't want to have the filth, as Regina writes. We don't want, definitely not the filth. Okay. So, two things we're going to be focusing on right now: non-locality and conscious observation. We are out here in the fog today. We know we're shifting timelines. It reminds me of the day. Remember, if you are new, I did a full live stream walking through the fog. A lot of people really resonated with that. It's on the channel page. All right. So the fog has returned today, and that's very meaningful to me, to those that were here, the people that are knowing these things. Okay. So non-locality. Okay, not in this physical, it's coming from your subconscious, ingrained into the nervous system. So your subconscious, and this is what Nikola Tesla did, right? How he took his ideas for the inventions and he eventually brought it into the reality. All the thoughts, all the things. Non-locality plus conscious observation is the fundamental operating instructions for the reality we all experience. All of us are experiencing this way. The conscious observation is something that we have been talking about, because certain things are just, you thought, but at the moment that you observe it, that's why so many things were in the darkness. You couldn't see it. I want to get the truth. I want to get the truth. You're trying to find the truth. How many truth seekers are out there? You're looking for the truth. So this could happen for things in the world. It could happen for situations in your everyday life. And all of a sudden, you saw the truth. You witnessed the truth. You're the observer. In quantum physics, the observer. At the moment you observed it, boom. That's it. Period. The end. Now it's you. Now it's within you. And how you are consciously, remember, the 95% of the time running the subconscious, but that fire, it's got to be so strong, takes a lot of energy. Conscious is only 5%, subconscious 95%. So it's got to be very powerful. Helios Poi 889, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. I love you. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. The fog is floating around. And this is, as I shared in that live stream, you could check it out. A lot of people really enjoyed it. You're actually in water. Water is such a energy conductive material, right? And it's the only thing that can be solid, liquid, gas. And now you're in the water. So the energy is actually, I keep it at 100. I want the sun to be shining. Got to get my tan, bro, right? Got to do all the, right? Go out on the beach, right? But now it's all foggy. It's a little chilly. We're in the fog, but there's a mystical aspect about the fog. And it's not just mystical when you think about that you're actually in the water. and the energy and the thoughts and the conscious thought and what is our experience right now in the fog. And the fog is important because the fog is going to train you. The fog trains us. Oh yeah. Because you can only see, you can't, oh, it's so dense, right? I can only see so far, but I can't see beyond that. So it forces you to go to your instincts. It forces you to go within. Hit the like button if that resonated with you. And a lot of us have been in a fog, right? We've been in a fog. We've been in a daze. And that's actually a Ascension symptom in the past 24 hours. Get the lesson done. What's up? So in the past 24 hours, I was like kind of dazed yesterday, and you kind of feel like you are in a fog, and that representation, that feeling, is because your subconscious is being reset. So if you happen to be new today, you stumbled in, you click subscribe, and I discuss the subconscious and the nervous system. Okay, so this is how we actually move forward, and all other things are cool, but this is the only fundamental way, is through the subconscious and the nervous system. Everything else is cool. They're additive. They can work synergistically. Listen to the words. They can work synergistically, but it's always embodiment, I am, and that core of the subconscious and the nervous system. If your nervous system is wired to fight or flight, you will never be abundant. It's not a message of, it's just trying to teach everyone. And I have struggled over the years, and I can see certain things, because when your nervous system, and listen, how tough has it been for humanity in a post-2020 world? What happened post-2020? Anyone? Anyone? I had my life destroyed many times. I went years waiting, years with knives stabbed in the back. Kensho versus Satori. Look it up. And yet I remain. And yet I remain. Quantum shift. It ain't easy, kid. Entertainment 607. Thank you so much for the super chat. Quietly observing from the back of the class. Just keep going. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, I know the watchers are watching. I notice on a daily basis, some people you watch quietly. That's what I actually like to do. I actually stay away from people. It's too dense for me. A lot of the, thank you. We're in dense fog, Rebecca. Not really dense fog. It was denser the last time, but the fog is back, and we kind of feel this energy. Right? Yeah, Archie, if you did not see my video on Desperado's Plunge, that really shares how God's plan works out. We're going on Desperado's Plunge, baby. Yeah. And we're constantly, so we have the ups and downs. And over the course of my journey, right, all we could do is not allow it to drag us back down again, right? I see this a lot within my work and certain things, and you're going to see this as well. Because at the second that you switch the timeline, right, everything goes up, which we saw, like say here, over the past week, and then it goes back down again. And when it goes back down again, the bridge of incidence, which is on the channel page, what you need to do is just like kind of ignore it. Because that from that moment, you actually have a stressor that actually cracks that pineal gland open, that cracks you open to a different, like, wow, I was living a lie. Wow. Anyone had this reaction? And he went, wow, I was living a lie. So, and it's a bit to swallow, but it's actually a very, it's a very rewarding, it's a freeing experience, because how long can you live in that lie for? Anybody who wants to comment, how long will you live that lie for? So that is where we get to the truth above all. You thought, and we could see this over time. in any aspect of life, it could be a relationship, a job, a lifestyle. You want to have you don't want to have you rather have the uncomfortable truth about something, because you might be giving your life force energy away. And it's difficult. It's difficult for the divine masculine and feminine because of the backwardsness of this world, and you feel like you don't even fit in anymore. I'll give you an example. Like I'm very grateful for the protection that God has given me. And again, like a lot of what I've gone through is just like the hurt of the realization of certain things in life, especially, and I know there's a lot of divine masculine that are out there. You could say, oh, this person, right? Because you go into divine masculine mode. I'm going to protect her. I'm going to do everything I can, right? And you go in there and you're going out there. And then you realize you put your life force energy protecting something that was garbage. They didn't even give a crap about you. They were using you, bro. And I lived through that years ago. I went through a time period like that. And I know a lot of people out there, like, this is the backwards world. So then you're waking up one day and you say, because that's the way we're actually wired. Any divine masculine that wants to comment in the chat, you could comment in the chat. Okay, the chat is blowing up right now. Okay, I just speak the truth here. If you enjoy the truth, you could click like, you could click subscribe. Okay, so in the course of your life, and then you wake up and like to go on this journey over the past few years, and having the knives in the back and the disrespect and all this other stuff. You don't fit into this world, kid. You might be the divine feminine. And one day you wake up, you said, oh, you put your love and all this, and then you have a man-child acting like a child next to you. This channel is for everyone. Regardless of your experience, I'm here for you. David, it's a protection from God. I'm telling you. All it is just, it's like, wow, a lot of what I have gone through in my life is just, because it's always, when you understand the laws of the universe, and that's why the timeline must collapse right now, the truth above all. It's such a powerful message today. It's my fault. I should have seen things better. And sometimes in our life, especially being the divine, we want to go out there, we want to protect and all this other stuff, right? So there is a great Xena, the warrior princess. I need a warrior princess in my life. I need a strong woman. I'm so sick and tired of this garbage. Xena, I love you. Remember Xena, Warrior Princess? These were the shows years ago. What do they have on the TV now? Does anyone remember Xena? Maybe you remember Xena, Warrior Princess. I used to watch it as a boy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Michael. I love hearing you teach, especially live. So motivational. I love you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Xena, Warrior Princess. That's what I wanted, right? That's what I wanted, right? But so many people are weak in this world. So, you get to this place in life. And then you actually, over the course, like, you're going to meet all these people. And I said to myself, I'm always constant. I have no, ill will against anyone. It's constantly learning and experiencing all these things. And it's a very powerful place that we are right now. And then, like, there could be a person, and you could say, you know what, this person, like, she was weak. But then you think back and you say, you know what? No, she was actually strong. She had the guts to step up. She at least had the guts to step up and say, you know what? I want to at least take this journey, right? And it's just an experience, because the truth of the matter is, okay, the true strength in life is getting up and say, you know what? I'm at least going to take this journey, right? And you can mess up and you could F up and all this other stuff, but you had the guts. That's the strength. So I actually respect people. This is why I keep telling you, the deeper you go onto this journey, there are people that you actually gain respect from. And I say, wow, that's actually the weak one. That's the weak one. So scared. It's unbelievable. And you start marinating, right? And I know there's people that are going to really understand the message, and there's people, but this channel is for the consciously awake individual. And I sit here and I think deep. I think so deep. Do you like it deep? I'm the man for the job. Hi. And I say to myself, wow, at least that person had the guts. She had the guts to do it, even though she maybe wasn't that great. She had the guts to do it. And some people, they're so scared. They're scared of their own shadow. I'm telling you, bro, you got to have true strength, a true warrior, princess, queen. I think that's why Zena gave us the super chat today. I love you, Zena. And years ago, I used to see Zena, warrior, princess, right? That's what we need in our life. That's what we need in our life. And some people are the great pretenders, but they're just pretenders, right? They'll settle for, they just go around you see what goes on in a modern society. Go back to what I said before. The modern Western world does not understand karma. So when you go out into this world, right? So you do things and you're doing it out of weakness or so on and so forth. That stuff's going to go right back to you. Karma is a neutral energy. Karma is a neutral energy. So we actually have a spiritual bank. And a lot of us have been building up this bank over the past few years. Now we're going to cash it in like a money in the bank contract for the title. Woo-hoo, baby. So, it's a lot of deep thought, and I see this. I see this over time. And I really respect there are people that they don't do the nicest things to you, but you say, you know what, at least I respect this person because of this or that. I said it. This is not going to change. You say you heard it from here first. I'm sure other people talk about it too that are in tune, because we're all in tune to the quantum. Respect is the new currency. And the moment that you lose respect for someone or something, it's finished off the timeline. The moment. For the modern society people out there that are in their ego, you keep going for the quick fix. You're going for the low-hanging fruit. Listen carefully. The moment you lose respect, it's over. And that timeline is going to come down. You will never have a divine masculine. You won't attract a divine feminine, whoever you are. The moment you lose respect, and there's all these people, right? They pretended to be the spiritual gurus and all this other stuff. We're seeing all the great posts on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook. We're growing like never before. At the moment you lose respect, it's over. Respect is so much of this world, is so important. And that's why I constantly talk about that window of time. I love you too. That's why I talk about that window of time where you will know who you truthfully are. There's a window of time. Oh yeah. When that head hits the pillow at night, you know everything. You know everything. You know everything that head hits the pillow at night. That's the answer. That's that window because when you go to sleep and you wake up the next day, that's your opportunity to shift the timeline. You saw that bird there? That's the opportunity. These are the opportunities. I love the birds. I spend a lot of time with the birds. This is the journey in this world. Okay? Okay, Lieutenant Gilson's going to bed now. I put you to sleep. Some people are waking up. I'm putting you to sleep. I don't know how you do it, bro. Right? But we're out here fighting. We've been fighting since 2020, bro. I'm so grateful for everyone that's coming in. Yeah. And it's very, like, people don't understand the, to finally reach that. And you've never had comfort. You've never had peace. And we're still going, and we're still going, and we're still going. But we never gave in. You never gave in to people, things, situations. You never gave in to the money. You never gave in to the narcissist or the covert narcissist. You never gave in to anything. And yet we remain, bro. And yet we remain, bro. Oh, that was a good one. So that's why the truth above all. These are very powerful messages that we've been blasting out to the world. Because if you don't have truth, if you don't have respect, what do we have? What do we have? Anybody. If you don't live in truth, if you don't command respect and live by respect, crazy stuff that we're seeing in the world. And you might lose respect for people when they're closing their eyes, right? I said it before. It's a great quote. Society is judged by how they treat their most vulnerable. What's going on in anybody? Anyone that wants to share this to anyone? I've had it, kid. I've had it. It's a powerful place. I don't care. When you get to this place and you say, this whole world's got to go, the whole world has to go. Anyone that agrees, you've put the flames in the chat, because the fire horse, the horsemen of the apocalypse are here. Yeah. Got to get rid of it. It's finished. Don't have time no more. Don't have time for fake. I got time for chill. Sometimes in our life, we say, oh, we have something so sacred, so wonderful. And sometimes, you know what? Maybe there's nothing. Maybe it's just randomness. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we're gonna find out. Prove me wrong is always, that's what we're gonna say. Prove me wrong, because it's cool. It's cool because now we're in this season right now. This season of the timeline collapse, truth above all season. Prove me wrong. Because you're the observer, and you've observed some stuff in the past week or two. Wow, what have I observed? I can't believe it. I can't believe I thought that and so a lot of it has to be forgiveness for ourselves, for being tricked. It's not even real. So you gotta call your energy back. You gotta command your energy back. And let everything fake turn to dust. Let it turn to dust now. Let it turn to dust. Now you get your karma, which is good, according to, right? If you just tuned into the live stream, karma is a completely neutral law of energy, equivalent to Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. You got that. That's why you go wake up in the morning. You say, how do I want to be treated? I want to get into truth. I want to get into love. I need peace on a daily basis. I got to feel good now. We got to feel good every day. We got to get rid of the people, things, and situations that stress us out, because we don't have a life of obligation anymore. We don't have a life of obligation anymore. No, we have a life of creation. It's a total paradigm shift. It's not easy to go through. It's not easy, kid. And that combination is like a combinational platter. It's a combination platter. Non-locality in your subconscious. What's going on there? And then your conscious observation. And at the moment you observe, but again, that outer world, then you could observe something else a couple days later, a couple weeks later. But you cannot go to this hope thing, because that hope thing will become the poison. And you will be led onto a timeline that doesn't represent who you truthfully are. You love this teaching, Zena? I appreciate that. Appreciate everyone. And, like the more that you say, I'm not even looking for signs anymore. Don't need anything anymore. Burn the paper, put it out to the universe. It's off the timeline. See new characters. Select your character. Where are we, kid? New characters show up in your everyday life. People get exposed real bad. And this goes, in our lives when it comes to manifestation. Sometimes in our life, we put a person, a thing, or, a limiting belief up on a pedestal. You put it up on a pedestal, bro. You put it up on a pedestal, sis. It's filth. It's garbage. Get it the heck out of your life. Get it out of your brain. Smash the like button. Smash it hard. If it resonates, you put it up on a pedestal, and then you realize this is a piece of trash. This is garbage. The chat's blowing up. I like to nail it good. I love it, right? No, it's the truth. You put it up on a pedestal. I say, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And you're not upset at anything out there. You just got to go inside and you say, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So the moment you got to get rid of that cord, you got to get rid of the limiting belief. The timeline collapse to dust. It goes to dust. I love to nail it. That's what happens. I'm so grateful for all the beautiful comments today. And again, we're going to go through our ups and downs. And that's that frequency. You have to get hit hard. I'm just teaching right now. Sometimes we just got to get the truth. Sometimes we get hit hard. We go up real quick. But then it goes down and it's like testing us. It's testing us, right? Is this really who you are? Are you really the king? You don't give to you know what's about it, right? And that's the test from the universe when it goes back down again. I'm just reading the chat. So many beautiful comments coming in. The poet who knows it, you know it. You know it. Yeah, Sue writes goodbye to the old life. Goodbye to the old life, the old being. And you know this. You'll know it instantly. And it's hard, but it's really it's if you're a conscious person and you take ownership of your life, you start to say to yourself, you're more upset about you that you fell for it. Don't fall for it, Rock. Don't fall. No, you can't fall. We all fall for it. That's why time and time again, remember, I'm your consciousness coach. Like if you were to pay someone in the gym, right? I'm training up your muscles. I'm training up your consciousness, right? We all fall for it. But then through our free will, we got to get up. We got to get up strong. Get up, son. Get up, girl. Get up now. I love this channel. Alexandria 825. I'm so grateful for the super chat. Thank you so much. 888-999. Hope means I am not sure it will happen. Then you stay stuck as is. Keep positive and say, I know I am. I love you. I love you. The 888 abundance is coming in right now. It's coming in. All the abundance is coming in. Now, this really is a very potent time in your life. There is a convergence of many energies because no matter what, we cannot move forward in anything that's fake. And a lot of that comes to limiting beliefs on the inside, the subconscious, the way your nervous system is wired. So we can't be wired to any of those things. We can't have any of those connections anymore. We can't have any of those beliefs anymore. We can't have it. Can't win with them. Can't do it. I always refer to Mike Singletary. You could look him up. He was talking. You can't win with people, things, and situations that aren't coming with you. I'd rather go to war with 10 men, not 11, and get penalized. You're supposed to have 11. He goes, I'd rather have 10. Get the crap off your team. He was right. That's a powerful speech. So I utilize these things, that's what I go about my life. And I see these real men, real leadership. We need real leadership in this world, not this fake stuff. Besides that, though, and again, it's the collective. It's what we're all putting out to the universe collectively. Besides that, a lot of us don't fit in this world. I could sit out here and I could just sit upon and look upon the earth and just watch it go. Let it go. Let it disintegrate. Let it turn to dust. Absolutely, Amy. Sunshine Ray. We don't have any sunshine today, Amy. We're in the dense fog. Maybe later on. Maybe we could get an evening walk in today. So yeah, and you have to stay focused and get rid of what you thought was the only thing. Because there are other options out there. You're just tricked. You were tricked, bro. You were tricked, kid. When the fog rolls in, I know it's going to be a wild day. So I'm going to stay real calm today. I'm going to go about my life, and I'm only, this is how your subconscious works, right? Because you're filtering this reality. I am only focused on love. I am only focused on stuff that keeps my nervous system calm. And I close the door. I close the door on anything that is evil. I close the door on anything that's going to stress me out. I got to feel good, kid. You got to feel good, kid. Portilla Bull, thank you so much for the super chat. Ladies nuts. I love you. I'm so grateful. I love the divine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. If you resonated with this truth message today, just hit that like button. I'm grateful for that, and it sends a ripple out. It really does. I really appreciate it. Wow. And we see these new characters showing up in our lives. It's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. You know, because you are a person of love, and you say, wow, this thing wasn't even okay. So let's just take an example. There could be a food, all right, or something that like maybe your family or maybe your grandmother prepared or something, and you love this thing, and it's part of your tradition, and you felt a certain way about it. But then one day you realize, and you say, you know what, this food or this little thing that maybe they gave us, as kids, it wasn't really healthy for us, and it's hard. It's like you're caught between two worlds. You understand that? Lacey 2801, thank you so much for the super chat. You say, you know what? We're so nice when my grandmother gave us these cookies or whatever. Maybe they baked it nice and clean, but maybe she loved you. Do you understand what I'm putting out there right now? You said, oh wow, she loved, but it was making you sick. Then you realize it, but no one knew these things. No one knew these things. So that's why it's a dense world to kind of navigate right now. It's very confusing. It's not easy. Knowledge is power, Melanie. Knowledge is power. So the lack of knowledge is the lack of power. That's why you need an observer. You have to observe. Quantum physics. You need the observer. And I want to make it's my free will to make decisions. And that's why, certain things are delayed in my life, because I am obedient to God, and I want to make the best decisions. And then in certain things, you can't see it. You can't see it. And the moment you see it, you gotta, and if it's good, then you go for it. If it's not good, you gotta let it burn, kid. If you see it and you observe it, if it's good, okay, you take it in. The second let it turn to dust. And the only thing that matters is the respect put on your name. What else do we have? Your money doesn't mean anything. Your Lamborghini, your $150 nails, girl, no one gives up about any of these things. How many beta males you get to chase you around the gym, all this crap. The only thing that matters is the legacy that you leave in the Akashic records. What a clown show this world is. I'm about respect. Period, the end. Period, the end. Respect. Put respect on my name. I was trained by Queen Esther, Caroline. I was trained by Queen Esther. I was trained by Queen Esther, Caroline. That's why I see all this. That's why I see all this. The timeline has collapsed because it's the truth above all. I love each and every one of you. You had a Nana Esther too, Mandy? Yeah. Very powerful women. Very powerful women in a world of filth. Get them out of your way, kid. Get them out. Just keep going. Just burn it. Just leave everyone in the dust right now. You got to keep going. Grateful for the support. Grateful if you could click like. Appreciate that. Maybe you resonated today. You'd like to click subscribe. You say, oh, wow, I want to be an empowered, conscious creator in 2026. You could click subscribe. Check out the videos that pop up here. Very powerful stuff. I love you too, J. Cole. Yeah, all new characters, all new stuff. It's all new. It's brand spanking new, baby. Yeah. So yeah, and leave the world behind. It's really, you got to leave the world behind. You got to leave the world behind right now. It's unbelievable. It's only you, your respect, your legacy. It's only you. It's only you. Hard pills to swallow, but it's the truth above all. Let it all go. Let it all burn. Keep yourself clean and move forward, son. And things in our life are not losses. They are learns. They are learns if you're on this journey of ascension. They are learns. And we're constantly learning. And that's what you do on this channel if you show up every day. Okay, check the videos out. Hit me up on Facebook. Posts all day on Facebook. Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, new video. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. And if you just keep going, that is the only way in this very dense world that you will have your peace. Never stop. Never give in. Keep going. I love you guys very much. Rewatch if you came in a little late. And I love everyone. Let's start having fun, guys. Let's start having fun. It's unbelievable. Bye for now.